Okay, so on the third day, it was more about putting everything together that I was already showing them. The first main drill we did was kind of like a rondos, a 4v2. There's more rules to it, but no need to get into that. Orange again is like the cones. So I let them play the first round on their own, and like usual, what was really good is actually the people that were defending picked up the drills from the day before, and the way they would pressure them, they were always pushing them to a certain way that they would want them to go, and it started working on them really well. And that they would feel pressured, make mistakes, try to force a pass. I told them too that every three passes was a point, and every single split was a point as well. So if on the third pass they splitted, then it would be 2 points. So there was times that they would try to force a split, even if it wasn't even there at all, just because of the fact that they were trying to get those points in for whatever reason. So after I let them play around on their own, I try to explain to them the movements that they should be seeing and applying. So I told them about the warm-up drill that they've done many times before, where it'll be a pass there, they come up, they put it back, runs over there, plays to him. You get the point. You know which drill it is. Uh, so with that being said, I was explaining that to them because some of them seemed to see it, but they wouldn't execute it. Only like one or two, and it was actually one of the freshmen and what's her name, Jenny. So what I was trying to explain to them is if this person has the ball and they pass here, this defender is automatically gonna approach there. This one's either gonna stay usually back like this in some way, whether it's there or there. For the sake, we'll leave it there. So if this person would have came, checked in, they could have played them there, and on the first touch, it could have been a cross. And this person could have came back over here. Now this one follows, and he could play there. He could play there. If this one anticipated this direction, then they could even play back across, whatever it may be. And so that's what I was trying to show them with this drill. And so afterwards, when we got into the half field again, we redid this drill, but with defenders. They got it down. They started to understand how to make and create space, how they needed to make their own movements off of the ball. They weren't being like robots going to the same spot every time. They'd be in the correct general area, but they would move, and they looked like a unit moving with each other. And it looked really nice. Then after, for the last 20 or 25 minutes, I let them do the 6v4, and I would stop the game every once in a while just because there was something that they would miss. A big thing that was happening with Jenny was that, let's just say, for example, that she had the ball right here. Instead of playing in front of the person or playing to a space where they didn't have a defender on them, she would just pass it to him nonchalantly, not giving it to a direct foot. And there was an instance where Dialette was open right here. Let's say this was Dialette, okay? And let's just say these arrows were defenders. She could have given Dialette a pass to her outside foot. Dialette could have turned, taken a shot. She could have even taken a few touches. But instead, she played it to the foot that was more inside. And Dialette right away got into this big commotion. She juked out the first girl and then had to pass it back out. And that was pretty much it, Coach. I won't be there Monday, but see you on Tuesday.